Welcome to ADAS Garage, where we dive under the hood of advanced driver assistance systems. From calibrations to cutting-edge tech, we explore the innovations shaping the future of vehicle safety and automation. Buckle up, because the road ahead is smarter than ever. This podcast is brought to you by Centric, providing OEM-level ADAS calibrations designed to support your business, powered by Burke Porter.
Hey everyone, buckle up, because we're diving headfirst into some major breaking news that's going to affect every single driver out there.
Yeah, this is big.
We're talking about a new regulation straight from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
NHTSA.
Right, NHTSA. And get this, they're making automatic emergency braking.
AEB.
You got it, AEB. Mandatory in all new vehicles.
This is huge. They estimate it could prevent almost 28,000 crashes.
Whoa.
And 12,000 injuries every year.
That's a lot, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
All right.
So I know what some of you are thinking, hold on, I already have AEB in my car.
Yeah.
But listen up, this is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
It's not just some fancy optional feature anymore.
Nope.
This is about to become a core safety standard, just like airbags or seatbelts.
Absolutely.
So for those who don't have AEB, picture this.
Okay.
You're driving along, maybe a little distracted, and bam, the car in front of you slams on their brakes.
Oh.
AEB is like having a super-powered co-pilot with lightning-fast reflexes.
Uh-huh. I like that.
It'll slam on your brakes if you don't react in time, preventing a nasty rear-end collision.
Yeah, it's designed to step in when human error could lead to a crash, and it's not just about rear-ending someone.
Oh, it's more than that.
Oh, yeah. This regulation also covers pedestrian detection, meaning the system can actually react to someone stepping out into the road.
Even if it's dark.
Even in low-light conditions.
So we're not just talking fender benders here. This is potentially life-saving technology.
Absolutely.
But what does this really mean for, well, everyone?
Good question.
Car manufacturers, repair shops, and most importantly, us drivers.
Well, for starters, car companies have a deadline.
Oh.
They need to make sure all their new passenger vehicles under 10,000 pounds have these systems installed by September 1st, 2029.
It's coming up quick.
Yeah, and that means cars, trucks, SUVs, you name it, smaller manufacturers get a little bit more time until September 1, 2030.
So a couple years to get everything in order, but this isn't some friendly suggestion.
Nope.
This is the law. It's happening. But let's get down to brass tacks. How does this technology actually work?
Okay, so...
It can't just be like a super sensitive brake pedal.
Yeah,
right?
No, not quite. Think of it like giving your car a sixth sense. It uses sensors, radar, cameras, sometimes even LiDAR, like extra eyes that are constantly mapping everything around you.
Whoa. So it's not just seeing what's in front, it's actually understanding the whole environment.
Yeah, and predicting potential collisions.
So it calculates the risk based on distance, speed.
Exactly, even the movement of other vehicles or pedestrians.
And if things look bad, it can hit the brakes for you.
It can automatically apply the brakes to either avoid or lessen the impact.
That's wild, and this is where it gets even more interesting.
Oh.
NHTSA isn't messing around. They're not just saying AEB needs to reduce the impact of a crash.
Sure.
They want full-on collision avoidance.
That's right. In their tests, they want to see these systems prevent the crash altogether.
Really?
Not just soften the blow. And that's created some, let's say, healthy debate.
I can imagine that's a pretty high bar, especially in real-world driving.
Yeah, some manufacturers are pushing back, saying no contact isn't always possible.
I guess I see their point.
Especially at higher speeds or in unexpected situations.
Yeah.
They worry about too many false positives, where the system slams on the brakes unnecessarily and then drivers start to lose trust in the technology.
Right. Nobody wants their car freaking out for no reason.
Exactly.
But NHTSA seems pretty set on this.
Yeah. Their stance is crystal clear. Any contact, especially with a pedestrian,
Oh, so they're really prioritizing.
is unacceptable. It's about protecting the most vulnerable people out there on the roads.
So it's about setting a whole new standard for safety.
Exactly. Pushing the limits of what's possible.
And this is going to have ripple effects across the entire car industry.
Oh, yeah?
Not just how cars are designed, but also how they're repaired.
You got it.
Hold on, repaired. How does this new rule affect what happens in the repair shop?
This is where things get particularly interesting.
Okay, I'm all ears.
So think about all those sensors we talked about.
Right, the car's extra eyes.
Yeah, they're vital for AEB to work correctly, but what happens if you get into a fender bender and need your bumper replaced?
Wow.
Or one of your sensors gets damaged.
Okay, I'm starting to see where you're going with this.
Right. These repairs could mess with the whole AEB system if they're not done carefully.
So it's not a simple fix anymore.
Not necessarily. After certain repairs, especially those involving the sensors or braking systems, the entire AEB system, along with other advanced driver assistance systems, or ADS, needs to be recalibrated.
What does that mean, recalibrated?
Think of it like fine-tuning those extra eyes your car now has.
So mechanics can't just slap on a new part and send you on your way.
It's more complex than that. They'll need specialized training and equipment to handle these calibrations correctly to make sure everything is working as it should be.
This is a game changer for the repair industry.
You could say that.
But ultimately, it's all in the name of safety, right?
Absolutely. Making sure these life-saving systems are working perfectly after any repairs is paramount. And that brings us to how this impacts drivers, which is where things get really interesting. It really makes you think about the cost for drivers.
Yeah. Will this make cars more expensive?
Well, adding all this new tech probably won't be cheap.
Right.
So yeah, there will likely be a price increase initially, but in the long run, there could be some big savings.
Oh, how so?
Well, think about it. Fewer accidents mean fewer insurance claims, lower medical bills, and less money spent on repairs overall.
So it's kind of like an investment in safety.
Exactly, an investment that could actually save you money down the road.
I like the sound of that.
Plus, we've seen this happen before with other safety features.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Remember when airbags or anti-lock brakes were considered luxury options?
You're right. Now you can barely find a car without them.
Exactly. As technology becomes more common, production costs go down, making it more affordable for everyone.
So we're all chipping in for safer roads, even if it means paying a bit more upfront.
That's a good way to put it. And speaking of the future, this brings up a really interesting question.
What's that?
How will this regulation impact driver behavior?
You mean, will people start taking more risks because they think the car will always save them?
It's a valid concern. Some people might become over-reliant on the technology and pay less attention while driving.
Like thinking, oh, the car will brake for me if I get too close.
Exactly.
That's a bit scary, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
SLB is a safety net, not a reason to stop paying attention.
Right. It's important to remember that AEB, like any driver assistance system, has limitations.
Oh, right.
It's designed to work in certain ways and can't predict every situation.
So even with all this advanced tech, drivers still need to be alert and responsible.
Absolutely. It's a partnership, not a replacement for human judgment. And this leads to another important point about this regulation.
Okay, what's that?
The importance of calibration after repairs.
Right, we touched on that earlier.
But how does this actually work in real life?
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
Imagine you're in a fender bender, take your car to the shop, get the bumper fixed, and think you're good to go. But what if that impact knocked one of your AEB sensors out of alignment?
Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good.
Not at all. If those sensors aren't properly calibrated, the whole AEB system might not work right.
Really?
It could either fail to activate when you need it, or become way too sensitive, slamming on the brakes for no reason.
So basically, this calibration step is super important to make sure the system is still working after any repairs.
Exactly. And that's why this regulation is going to be a big deal for repair shops.
Yeah, they'll need to be ready for this.
They'll need to invest in special training and equipment to do these calibrations, right?
Which makes me wonder, will that make repairs more expensive?
It's definitely possible.
I guess that makes sense.
But again, think of it as an investment.
In safety.
If you're relying on these systems to potentially save your life, you want them to be in perfect condition after any repairs.
That's true. So this regulation is about more than just adding tech to cars. It's about creating a whole system to support that tech.
From manufacturing to repair.
To make sure these systems actually work.
Exactly.
And it's about changing how we think about driving.
Oh, yeah.
Understanding that these systems are there to help us be safer, but they don't replace responsible driving.
Well said. And speaking of changing how we think, this whole conversation has me thinking bigger picture.
Oh. In what way?
How will this shift towards more automated safety features change how we see driving in the long run?
That's a really interesting question. I feel like we're just starting to explore that.
Me too. And here's something I find particularly fascinating.
It feels like we've been talking about what happens now because of this AEB rule.
Yeah.
But what about way down the line, like 5 or 10 years from now? How will this change driving in the future?
Well, you know all those sensors that we've been talking about?
The car's extra eyes.
Exactly. They're constantly collecting information.
Oh, right, about speed and distance.
All of that, and even driver behavior. It makes you think about all that data. Where does it go? Who can see it?
You're right. We haven't even talked about data privacy. That's a whole other conversation.
Right, and as these systems get even more advanced, they're going to collect even more data.
So then the question is, who owns that data?
Exactly, and who gets to use it? Insurance companies might want it to figure out risk. Police might want it after accidents. Even car manufacturers might want it to improve their systems.
So it's not just about preventing accidents anymore.
Nope.
It's about data privacy and security in our cars.
Exactly. And then there are the ethical questions.
Like what?
Like what happens if the AEB system malfunctions and causes an accident?
Oh, that's a good point.
Who's at fault? Is it the driver? The car company? Or maybe a software glitch?
Yeah, things can get pretty complicated.
And how do we decide how these systems make decisions when things get really serious?
Like in a life or death situation.
Exactly. Like if a car has to choose between hitting another car or swerving to avoid a pedestrian.
How does it choose?
Who programs that? Who decides what's the right choice?
It feels like we're entering a whole new world of driving, where the car is making more and more decisions.
Right. The lines are getting blurred between the driver and the technology.
And that means we need to have a bigger conversation.
With everyone involved.
Not just car companies.
But also people who make laws.
And legal experts.
And people who study ethics. And most importantly, the public.
We all need to be part of this to make sure this new technology is used responsibly.
Exactly, to make sure it's actually making driving safer and better for everyone.
So it's clear that this AED regulation is just the beginning.
Yeah, just the tip of the iceberg.
It's making us think about the future of driving in a whole new way, about how we interact with technology on the road.
And I think it's important for all of us to stay informed and engaged in this conversation.
To learn about the benefits and the challenges of these new technologies.
And to speak up for policies that promote responsible innovation in driving.
Because at the end of the day, we all want safer roads.
Absolutely, a safer and better transportation system for everyone.
Well said. It's been a fascinating deep dive into AEB and everything that comes with it.
I agree. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. And for all of you listening, I hope this conversation has gotten you thinking about how technology is shaping our roads and inspired you to be part of the conversation about how to make driving safer and more responsible in the future. Until next time, keep those wheels turning, stay curious, and stay engaged.